All right, I wanted to go over a project that I recently completed for a client. Uh, he was having the issue of not knowing where the source of their leads were coming from, and he uses Airtable to record this information, and he's already using TypeForm and Zapier and Calendly as well. And so he wanted to know how he's going to be able to record this data, and he also uses Twitter and LinkedIn and also like a newsletter. So he initially was thinking that he needed somebody to create a individual type form for each one of the different traffic sources, so he could, again, identify where his leads were coming from. And uh, after I took a look and did some research, I saw that instead of having to create, you know, 3 or 4 type forms, one for each one of the traffic sources, and having to know which type form to send to people, uh, you're able to. I was able to implement this. So just within Typeform, you can go to like the settings over here, and then there is UTM tracking. And with this UTM tracking, you can select different items here, but what I selected was UTM source. And what that allowed me to do is to tell the client they can use this one type form, and all they need to do is when they're sending that type form is to, let's see, let's go back. They would do something like this, where it's the same type form, but they can just go in here and type in Twitter or LinkedIn, and then that allows that information to be picked up by a Zapier. So I have a Zap set up here, so whenever a new entry is in Typeform, I'm able to, again, I go and check to see if I already have a particular email within our Airtable database, and then I'm able to use this UTM source field, which is dynamic now, so it can be LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever, and then in their Airtable, then that source information gets inputted. And same thing kind of with Calendly. Uh, all you need to do is add in this. So here's a Calendly event, and then you just put this question mark UTM source, and then it can be anything you need it to be. So it can be Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever. And that way you can have your another Zapier use the source information. So you don't need to create a different Calendly for each specific source type. So that makes things a lot more cleaner, efficient, easier to manage. And so that's how I went about solving that particular issue.